episode. Man, this is what 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in this thing. Man, this has been amazing. Been a journey. Getting some guests up in here. I'm your host, James, aka Joffy. Let's not forget who also is here. We have Mike in the building. Mike, say what's up to the good people in the world, man.
What's up?
That's what's up, man. And we also have Chris, Big Chris. Say what's up.
What's up, people? How y'all living?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? That's the show. We about to go ahead and get into it. Welcome. Sit back, watch, and enjoy. Let's go ahead and get into this real quick. Politics. There's really only thing really going on in the politics world, man, is we have been stimulated. Some people got it, some people has not.
I got not my account got stimulated.
I got it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Man, talking about where the money reside. Man, Joe coming through with it, man. He like I said last show, man. We all know that these, if Democrats or Republicans, whoever is in office, you're not always gonna get to do everything that you set out to do. You just hope that they can with good intentions. You know, you're not gonna please everybody.
right.
But so far, Joe kind of on a roll, man, with the stimulus and also with the student loans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's on a roll. So
I tried to look that up to see if that was true.
yeah, is it true?
I didn't see too many people say too much about it, but
Right.
that I know that was one of his big major things that he was when campaigning when he got elected. So
Yeah.
he's living up to everything that he said that he was gonna put on the table when he became president. So he's
Mm.
working, he's grinding. He's grinding. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is grinding. He's going forward, man. Like, I think what it is, he's really he's setting the tone, and he's trying to show like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm trying to do. Let's knock out these first, and whatever else comes next, let's just go. Because you gotta watch this. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of people,
Yeah.
billions of people here. So it takes a good minute.
And they're already talking about a fourth one, a fourth
I,
stimulus. I'm like, okay, bring it on.
oh yeah, I just saw that right before we got on the show. I
I
was
think I'm not sure if it was this one or probably the next one. That one they're looking to try to set up people with kids or families to have a reoccurring, some type of reoccurring stimulus.
mm,
But it's much smaller, but the reoccurring will be, something to kind of help families out.
man. Here you go. This is what it is right here. Get back on the phone with your ex, baby. Hey, baby, we finna work some things out. You heard what Joe about to do, right? Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe said yeah, we need to look. We're gonna work this out. Claim it on both terms. Yeah, that's what we about. That's what.
she's gonna
I
say,
know.
hell
That's one thing.
no, blue.
Them kids on this go round, didn't they get like 1,400 as well?
1,400.
What's in
They
here?
got kids, Mike.
Yeah, my 1,400 in their sleep right now.
Go. That's where you go. Look, hug your son, Mike. Go like, come
Yeah,
here, boy. Come
yeah.
here.
My
Oh,
1,400 sleep right now.
yeah, boy. Like,
And
man,
what you get, Chris?
I got a cousin. I got a cousin. One of my cousins just had a baby like last month, so he just missed the boat.
oh man,
He's like, what? Just like too slow, too
man.
slow. Should have came out sooner.
Like, boy, girl, we would have got down sooner. Like, god dog. Yeah,
Damn.
about to be some ex dudes and some ex couples about to get back together. Say, we've been a pandemic. We've been struggling. You said you want to love somebody. You need more in your family. Let me talk to you real quick what Joe got set up for us. We get some more babies up in here, man. So
Yeah, it might come in time enough for the fourth one, I guess. I don't know, but that was nice for the 1,400
yeah,
for the kids, because
yeah,
all jokes aside, though, there's a lot of people that need it.
yeah. It is. It
Really
really
need it.
is.
So a reoccurring is something that, because this is still a lot of people that still without a job. We are the blessed few.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Not gonna lie about that, man. We are. So whoever has been stimulated, I can't tell you what to do with your money. If you want, blow your money on crab legs and crawfish, that's hey. You want to splurge? Hey,
That's your money, man. That's your
your
money.
money.
That's your money.
Hey, that's what you want to do. Just I will say just make sure you use it wisely, because I don't know what it is. Every time when tax season come around, man, I'm like, yes, I got that extra. I don't really. I'm more of like I try to get it done early because I don't want to worry about it. Just get it done, so I have to, worry about it and have to wait in these long lines or whatever, or just wait. And if when it comes, it comes. But there are some moments, or like every freaking time when I get that extra money, something comes up, just something. Like your car something will break down, something in the house or whatever break down. And you're like, God dog it, man. Like, so
Again, God.
yeah, man. Like, man, I saw a post the other day when somebody said, I finally got this large amount of money. This car better shut up. And stop. Red little check engine light, come on. Like, nah, you better shut your ass up. You ain't getting none of this extra cash, man.
Got to be more careful.
Gots to be. Gots to be, man. What y'all think about the Escovedo? The boy said last year he loved Houston, walking in the crowd with us and everything. I mean, he did what he had to do, but that boy said, "Let me go slide on over here to Miami."
Well, a lot of players going to Miami these days. I mean, a lot of people going to Miami these days. Ain't got the sports yet.
Man.
Well, we. I mean, I think he was okay as a chief here. And that allowed, now we have a black police chief.
What's his name? Troy Finner. Yeah, I hope I pronounced that last name right. Troy Finner. Been getting some good reviews about the guy. I haven't dug deep into it and saw it yet, but I know they said that he's been the executive assistant under the current HPD chief of under Escovedo. 31 years on the force, 1990. So I've been hearing some good things about the brother.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
We never had a black police chief. I thought we did.
I don't know.
Not that I can.
Oh, it's that Carl Winslow I'm thinking of.
That boy Carl didn't play, man. Carl was that TV dad, bro. He'll let you know. He'll sit you down and get out the little, what's that little dramatic violin music while he give you like a little good stern talking to.
Now look, I done told you.
Or is that Virgil from The Heat of the Night? Not too many people know about that, boy.
In the heat of the night. I remember that. My grandma used to watch that.
That's why I was just going to say my grandma and my mom used to watch that.
Yeah.
Man, that was it.
That was brutal to watch as a kid. I was falling asleep on that every time.
Man.
Trying to watch that with your people, but yeah, okay, nah. When Ghostbusters come on?
I know, right?
And if they fall asleep while watching, you better not turn that channel either.
That's when TV used to go off though back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember TV used to go off, you hear the national anthem.
Yeah.
And it'd be off. Then you wake
up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember that, man.
Now you fall asleep on Netflix, and if you now they got this option, if you hit that little notification saying don't ask me no more, it'll just play the whole episode. You wake up, you're like on the 10th episode or something, like the 10th season of the 10th episode, like shit.
You gotta go back and find where was you at? What episode was I on? Let me see. Okay, I already did that one. Almost halfway through that,
Yeah. You still watching?
Yeah.
You still watching? Oh my gosh. We but pretty much, yeah, Chris, I'm sorry, man. I don't want to talk about it either, but we gotta I don't know what's going on over there on Katy. Kirby
Drive off of 16.
Yeah, right there, the NRG. Boy.
I mean, it's a bunch of well, as we all know, Deshaun Watson got these civil cases being filed against him.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, filed by lawyer Tony Busby, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all questionable though. Everyone, but in this day and age, the public will judge you before you even go to court on the allegation.
Yep.
And so right now I think it's like up to 22.
22.
The thing about it is, I've been looking into the story. Of course, Tony Busby, he's a shady lawyer.
Go ahead, bro, because I got something. Tony Busby is trash. But you go ahead, Chris.
But he's already boys with Cal. He's already boys with him. And he goes and posts the stuff on social media first. Like nobody receiving that. That shows you that's already kind of, he's
It's
posting it
tacky.
on social media. The DA is like, I haven't even gotten anything about this from him. Even I think the other day he posted the league investigator, because the league finally decided they're going to go ahead and investigate, see what's going on. He posted a letter from I think her name is Lisa something, who does the investigation. He posted it and took it down. I'm like, well, he's always going to social media first, but it's like,
wow,
it's hard. The waters are murky because it's one, we're seeing a contrast on who we, I guess who we believe Deshaun Watson is, compared to what they're saying this is. So that's, now it's like, okay, we don't know. And then around the timing around him asking for a trade, and it's like, is this something the Texans are trying to pull to kind of smudging his name,
right?
Or because if I'm not faulting no woman, so if it's true, they definitely deserve their day in court, And so I just think the way to approach the attorney Busby is going about it is making people ask those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tony is he's tacky with what's going on. Like what you said in a nutshell. The accusers, they need their day in court to tell their side. It's the same thing with Deshaun. Deshaun needs to be in court to tell his side. But I get back to that situation. But Tony Busby, the way how he's going about doing it, you posting up things that you need to be posting in court. Like, it is not for the public to see that. We already know that you having a lawsuit. We already know these things of these natures when it come down to Deshaun and his situation. It's like he's just adding fuel to it by going on social media. It's tacky. Like, you wouldn't expect a lawyer that's going to sue you would do that. And to be honest with you, Deshaun, he felt the way how he felt when he sent out that tweet. Well, I don't know if it was a tweet or open letter or whatever. When he was like, "This is police," like he's seeking some kind of famous, not famous, but what I'm trying to say.
Trying to capitalize off of it.
Yeah, he's trying to capitalize off of it. So it sucks. It really does, the way how dude is going about doing it. But the thing is with Deshaun, right? Now, we're not saying that he did it. I'm not saying that he's did it by far. I'm not saying that man did it. But here's the thing. When you are in a certain position in your life, you have to start you have to walk differently than you would if you was just Deshaun. But you are Deshaun, you're number 2 in the NFL when it comes down to that position, next to Patrick Mahomes. You're the next one up to be the face. It's supposed to be like a Patrick Mahomes versus Deshaun every AFC or every Super Bowl, because you are up there with that guy. And you are a prospect to win multiple championships. We get all that. You see what I'm saying? If he needed a masseuse or someone to come and give him a massage, they got team doctors for that. The organization, I'm pretty sure the organization provides that. You open yourself up to situations like this when you go and you get on Instagram and you find these people. You see what I'm saying? Because now it's your word against theirs. And you have to prove it because it's just you two. You understand? It's a lot that's riding on that situation. And that's why I was like, man, Deshaun, I hate that he put himself in that. Even if he come to find out he's innocent, it's gonna be the optics and the perception of it all that he has to. In the NFL, they don't have to. You don't have to be guilty of it. They can still punish you.
Yeah.
That's the part that sucks. They can still suspend dude, because they're gonna tell, hey man, why did you go outside of the organization to go find you somebody for that? So you open that door open for things like this to happen.
Yeah, it becomes it went from he say versus it's he say she say, but now it's he say versus she say versus she say versus she say versus and so it's
start building up.
Court of public opinion is terrible.
No, no, I was about to say, I think that's what he's doing. Busby, he's pretty much, we live in a social media type world. And once people see, it can be something like a picture can say 1,000 words. And once people see this or see whatever, they start speculating and try to get any ammunition that you put out there, like you were saying, like anything you put out there, they can use it for their ammunition to beat you and get that dub over you. And this is just sad, man. And like we always talk about on the show, we were saying, man, once we finally get that big break, some things, like you were saying, like some things just got to come to stop and a halt. You can't walk the same way. You got to do certain things differently. Like I got a friend who is a police officer. He said what he used to do, well, before he became a police officer, he said he can't do those same things no more. He can't hang out with these same people anymore, man.
No, you can't.
You got to change your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I hear Deshaun Watson has hired Rusty Harden to be his attorney.
Mm-hmm.
The same dude that represented like Roger Clemens, a lot of the big names out here, to kind of, it looks like it's gonna go the distance. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
I mean, hey man, it's something fishy. I know I saw another post where somebody said that Deshaun about to buy. Was it another major network or something he was about to get or something? I gotta look into that. But basically he was about to do something big and major, and it all seems crazy and weird. And I hope that is not true. For his sake and for those other women's sake, because that's some deep, dark, horrible things. So just pray for everybody that's involved.
It says a lot. It says a lot about the Texans organization. Now, Ben Roethlisberger had his situation, and it was all on Ben. Okay, yeah. Deshaun is not the first player to ever have this situation, and it's like it was all on him. But it's like for this to happen to him around about this time, everybody is really like, it's a lot of people that are speculating that the Texans is doing something shady on the back end side. That just says a lot. That's how much faith that people got in the Texas organization. Like they really can't be trusted. Through the whole NFL, who was it? Des Bryant said something about it. They trying to railroad Watson. So it's in a way, it's like, wow, you can't trust this organization because in the back of their mind, they like, man, this organization is shady. Hell no, Deshaun didn't do that.
Yeah, it's all those questions, man, is coming out just because of this nonsense right here. It's like, if the man won't out, the man won't out. Stop. I mean, he saw what it was. I wish he would stay, but because of what the events that took place, it's like, what else you want me to do, man? You kept making these silly, stupid moves, and I'm asking for y'all to protect me on the field, and then now outside the field, now we got more problems. So it's become a lot. It became a handful, and I hope that everybody involved. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. It's crazy.
Tony Busby is the neighbor, ex-neighbor of the owner. And then he get on a press conference and he was like, I don't even know anything about free agency. I don't even know anything about this and that and the third. I don't even follow this team. But you're the neighbor. And then they also said that you were like a Texans' biggest fan. And then also when Johnny Manziel was out of college, you was putting up these stupid billboards around Houston so Houston could draft Johnny Manziel. Wow. Not Tony. I said Tony, Johnny Manziel, whatever that guy's name is. But
despite what's going on, a lot of teams are still interested in trying to make a push to kind of get to Deshaun to their team. And so,
he's a special talent, man. Like you said, he's supposed to be up there with Patrick Mahomes. He just don't have the right personnel around him to make himself look amazing. I mean, we see it all before. Like, I mean, you are awesome by yourself, but like you said, when you're together, you're a force. Team. Unless you Tom Brady and you just a different type of special type of dude. But anyways, despite all that, man, I just hope things work out right. And As far as them people on the Texas organization, man, they don't know. I don't think they know what they're doing. They just it's just a mess. They signed some people too, didn't they? Didn't they sign somebody from the Broncos?
Yeah.
Oh, they signed Mark Ingram. They also signed
Okay.
was it a tackle?
Leslie.
They re-signed the Tunsil. I know they re-signed him.
Yeah, Tunsil. Tunsil restructured his contract to free up $10 million.
Oh, to free up 10 million.
So he got more on the signing bonus side, and yeah, so they gave him 10 million more in cap room. Yeah,
Okay.
and then they Casario, they did some trade to get a tackle out of New England. Of course, they always do business with New England. We lost Will Fuller though. That was
we lost Will Phillips.
Yeah, he went to Miami.
He stretches the field for us, so yeah, everybody going to Miami, huh?
Hey man, it's a party over there, bro. Just remember that there's some crazy ass people over there in Miami too. Every freaking week, there's some. I mean, I know something always going around here, but it'll be some crazy stories coming out of Miami, bro.
Hey man, y'all got a running back too from out of Denver.
Oh, Philip Lindsay.
Yeah, Philip
that's
Lindsay.
right.
Yeah.
He's okay.
We gonna see,
man.
man.
Running back for sure.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I probably not watch football again this year, man. I'm like, man, turn it off, man. Oh man, good.
Man, your loyalty sucks.
It does right now, sir. I ain't gonna lie. Right now, right now, my loyalty is I'm trash in the loyalty department right now.
When somebody asks me about my Texans now, I'll just be like, I'm in limbo. Just I got to see how the stuff plays out.
I'm that what's it when your family come over and cook some meals on Thanksgiving or whatever? You dip in your head just see how everything going. You come slide back on out. Yeah.
You got two different macaroni and cheeses. Who made this? And which one you like the best? I don't know yet. I'll let you know later.
Yeah, I don't know yet. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm still riding strong with the Rockets though. But like I said, I'm that one that just let me look in real quick, dip on right back out, and just keep on. I'll pay attention and see what's going on.
Speaking of the Rockets, former Rocket James Harden is probably neck and neck now with LeBron James and contender for MVP, but he's probably going to edge him out because unfortunately LeBron is out indefinitely for the season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
His was a sore right ankle sprain or something like that.
High ankle sprain, yeah.
High ankle sprain.
Yeah.
That.
LeBron is 36, I think. How old is LeBron again?
Yeah, he's 36.
Yeah, 36.
Yeah, he's still in good shape, man. I'm impressed he actually able to perform like that. But you only one man, you will break down. I know. Well, LeBron gonna be on the sidelines in his crutches, yelling at people from the sidelines. Man, nigga, get your shit. Come on, shit. Trying to win, man. So we'll see how it goes, man.
It's all right. He gonna be back in that thing again. LeBron got that same kind of DNA like what's his name? Tom Brady.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
But LeBron did make a big move. Him and his business partner Maverick Carter are now part owner of the Boston Red
Sox? Yeah.
Red Sox, yeah.
Yeah. Good move, man. I mean, I can't help but LeBron is that player that people love to hate him. I mean, there are some tendencies.
Yeah.
There were some tendencies that I didn't like about him, and sometimes throwing his teammates under the bus at times, or how he would charge people up when he make a mistake or whatever. But I mean, it is what it is. Jordan.
That's been my favorite player for years.
That's been mine too. And James, you sound like all the other people. You sound like my brother-in-law right now.
Oh man, hey man, I give credit where credit is due. LeBron is the dude awesome. Like it's just something like you ain't gonna like everything that the person does, but what he's done is just.
I feel like he's really been groomed. He's kind of like he's gonna be like Magic when he gets retired. Like he's gonna be a good businessman. He's already made the moves to be a good businessman. I know he says he wants to own an NBA franchise one day, so
it can happen. He can do it.
He's made the right moves throughout his career. I can't do nothing but applaud that man for where he came from and what he's done. And
and what he's doing outside of the field, wait, outside on the court. I said field,
Yeah.
out of the court, man. Opening schools. There are other players open schools too. But it's just he's doing some amazing things, man. I can't help but applaud the brother, man. You can't help it. I never hated the man. There was just some things I was like, why you don't throw your teammates on the bus, LeBron? Don't do that. But I mean, I call everybody out. But
Yeah.
he,
Oh, one more thing before we get out of sports. I'll be remiss if I did not do this. I must shout out the Texas Southern University Tigers.
Yes,
They
sir.
represented the SWAC in the tournament.
Okay.
You know, they play Michigan, I think, in the first round. I mean, good season, guys. You know, of course, they set us up for the, you know, to lose to Michigan in the first round. But the fact that we was able to get there and do a good job, we had a good season. So shout out to my TSU Tigers, man.
That's what's
yes, indeed.
up.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That's what's up, man. Happy for him. Happy for him. Happy for him, man. It's good to see some new teams up in that thing, man.
Yeah.
Good to see that.
Y'all got any predictions on the bracket? Did y'all do a bracket this year?
I ain't do a bracket this year. I've been busy. I would love to. Maybe next year I will do a bracket. See how everything goes.
I really don't watch college basketball.
No, it's really a guessing game. I don't really watch them either, but my job was like, hey, we're doing a bracket and we're giving away money. I'm like, okay. Sure.
Okay, bet.
Say less. Signed up.
Right? I heard money.
I can do another bracket if you need me. I can do 4 of them if you want me.
Hey, man, you just might win. You just never know. Shoot.
Yeah.
You got to go.
This is all a guessing game. You can't, who can predict what's going to happen in sports? It's like any given Sunday, you know, you never know. Or any given, with sports, you never know. That team could be on at night and just kill like the number 1 seed, can be beat by a 16 seed, but
mess up your whole entire bracket.
Yeah, you know.
Like, why did I play this shit?
This is the dog it. Educated guess.
Right now, talk about the Snyder cut. Man, look, man, don't ever. You know, when black people start clapping their hands, that's when they're serious about something. Ever watch that original Justice League ever again. After the Snyder Cut came out, man, 4 hours, well worth it. Man. The pacing, the way the flow of the movie went. Hey.
Don't never not take a nap before you watch this damn.
Yeah, but I think DC needs to cut us all a little part-time check because we did a part-time shift to watch it, though.
Man, I'm telling you.
Oh, wow. It was good, though.
It was. It really was.
It's still no Marvel, but it was good. It was probably the best DC film I've ever seen from them.
Okay.
Outside of The Dark Knight.
Okay, listen. I have something to say. All right.
Uh-oh. True.
This is how I feel in my heart, and I want everyone to know this. This is my opinion. This Justice League movie, this Snyder Cuts, to me was better than Endgame. Fight me.
Endgame. I'll give you Endgame, but not.
Let's be honest. Not Infinity War. I didn't say Infinity War.
I was gonna say not Infinity War. I'll give you Endgame. Endgame was more dramatic.
Yes.
Infinity War had more action.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. So
DC came out of the car and was like, "Who is it?" And they start the scuffing. They started man. Because from the beginning to the end, like it gave you every single thing that you asked for.
Yeah.
It didn't hold nothing back.
Yeah, and then I like to see it was good to see more of the origin story of Cyborg.
Yeah.
We didn't get half of that in the last one.
No. It was like everything was just like I don't know what that one was. I just don't. It wasn't what this was. I said,
why they cut that out? I'm like, why they cut that out? Why they added this? Like, I'm glad they got rid of that school bus.
It was a bunch of pettiness. I could tell because it was like, man, this one was so good. It's like, why would they ever want to? Like you said, Chris, why would they cut that out? Why would they cut that emotional scene at the end I hope everybody's seen it, because if not,
You're about to get spoilers.
yeah, that emotional scene at the end when Flash had to do his miniature Flashpoint and he was like going, slow and had to that
was
shit was
dope.
cool. And then it showed like Aquaman if he died, then Wonder Woman when she died, and then Superman, Lois Lane in his arms. Okay, Batman, this is the person, and then come on, man, come on, man.
That was really it was good. It was phenomenal. It was amazing.
Even the Steppenwolf, they gave him he was much better, because in the first one that came out, I was like, oh, this was weak. He was out in 2 minutes. This one gave him more depth. Yeah.
Yeah. I took him more seriously in this one. And even the only thing I say about this is that some people will argue with me on this, that I say that over time the CGI might not hold up too good in some things. Yeah. But it still looked good. It's like I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The armor on Steppenwolf was a whole lot better. They had to break the armor down in order for it to really kill him. Fatality on his man. That boy.
Man, they did a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Man, I was looking like, damn, they got blood on this one, and then I heard when Cyborg said "fuck the world." I'm like, this is rated R. Shit.
That's another thing too. Me and my coworker was talking about that. He said, "Hey man," like he put me to the side. He's like, "Hey, I'm about to watch Justice League, but I want to watch with my niece. Why is it rated R?" And I was like, you know what? To be honest with you, while I was watching it, I'm just enjoying it, and I forgot that it was rated R, because you just watching. I'm enjoying. I'm like, they cut this nigga head off. Hey man, they cut the dude head off. Hey man, what we watching? But it was dope, man.
And to see to see the dark side, and they was faced off against them, like mess with us. Like they was looking like real Justice League-ish.
Yeah.
One question though, random question. I know nobody may have not even care about this. I've always said this about Superman. Why is it he could be on the street in his Clark Kent outfit, and then he turns around, just takes off his glasses, and everybody's still walking regular.
Well, they do say he moved faster than a speeding bullet, so they probably didn't see it. So I don't know. They probably do that just to make it look cool or something.
The one thing I never understood, like he how come nobody ain't putting two and two together with him? Like Clark Kent kind of look like Superman. Yeah. Come on, them glasses.
But they both died at the same time.
They both died, and now they back at the same time. Like everybody's now wondering what was really going on, man. I would have put that shit together. I would have been the person in the back, like, man, that's Superman.
Hey man. Hey man, Clark Kent flying in the air, bro. Like,
him and Lois always. Hey, Clark, ain't that your girl always with Superman? Like,
yeah. Hey Lois, how's Clark doing? Clark is dead. Clark is dead. Superman dead. Superman dead? Where he at, man? I don't know. Nigga, he dead, man.
I like that fight that it was Superman and the Flash. They was fighting. They didn't show that. I don't remember them showing that. They just showed him looking with his eye, and then he tripped him, or whatever. But they didn't actually show the Flash and Superman fight.
Yeah, like him dodging and everything, and dude, like that was still, even that right there felt new to me. Like how you were saying, like he had everybody held up and he slowly like looked. That would have scared the crap out of me if I was a Flash, which I'm. So, but he's actually fast enough to keep up with you, and it was.
I'm glad they cut that race out between them.
Oh. Yeah, that was kind of goofy.
Man.
Yeah, that was goofy. But James, how did you feel what I just said about Endgame and Justice League? I didn't get your answer.
Yeah, because I was sitting there trying to think, probably like, man, because it's Endgame and all of it was okay. I don't know, man. But you know what? It was really like I couldn't help but say, yeah, it's right there. It's right up there with one of my favorite hero movies.
I think Infinity War that's where you had it was action packed, right? And because Endgame was just a continuation.
Yeah.
I think that's where we got more of the drama side of it. But I think really if you put Endgame and Infinity War together, because it's really one movie couldn't have versus just how do you judge it, right? I would still have to edge it out to Marvel on that one. If you put Endgame and Infinity War together versus this Justice League movie.
Oh yeah, it'll be Marvel hands down.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Infinity. I'm just saying Endgame. And the Endgame from beginning to the end. I'm not saying that this Justice League beat them by a long shot.
Yeah.
But this Justice League hit a little bit different than that Endgame. I'm sorry, it does. Maybe because it's like the little brother that got beat up so many times, and now this little brother that got his just due. He put some hands on Marvel. You know, so it's like now you got to give them that nod. Like, yeah, they kind of did that because they needed this dub. They really did need this dub.
They did. I wouldn't. I agree with you on this one, Mike. It kind of. I'm gonna have to see what it is that we had so much time to watch, Endgame and everything and process everything. Justice League just came out, and I have time to sit down and process all of it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's right up there with that, with what they have, and it feels good because they two comic book brand titans. And you want to see them like, boom, what you got? Boom, it's like The Rock and Stone Cold. It's like Michael Jordan. Well, I don't say Michael Jordan, LeBron James. They never go head to head against each other. But it's like those two brands of people that's like going head to head, saying like, man, what you got? I'm trying to up your ante. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that.
Right.
Just keep on doing it. And we all just sitting back and enjoying it. That's what.
Yeah. Speaking of, Falcon and Winter Soldier dropped this week too.
I haven't seen it.
It's good.
It was good. It's good. It's definitely it's setting up a lot. It's only going to be six parts to it. So
yeah,
but
and it's 50-minute episodes. Pretty much.
Oh, okay. Because WandaVision was only 30.
Yeah, until they got later on, and then they did a little bit extra more minutes to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Too many superheroes.
I know, right? Trying to keep.
Yeah.
And I haven't had superhero fatigue yet. I thought I was gonna be fatigued watching it, but I'm actually not drained and tired from these superhero movies. I thought I was gonna, like, man, too many, like you just said, Mike, too many. But yeah, they handle it, man.
But shout out to Zack Snyder, man, because that whole cuts. I truly believe that if it wasn't for the people, we wouldn't have seen it. Yeah. Because as soon as that Justice League dropped, it was so it was so trash. It was so just like lukewarm. People, true DC fans, came out and was like, hell no. We're not gonna let y'all make it on this. Hell no. No, we need those cuts. So from the time that it dropped to like, what was it, the beginning of last year or at the end of 2019? That's when they announced it. The cuts are coming out.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That was a long campaign, and it started by the people because they did a petition.
Man, people not playing no more. They petition for Sonic. They petition for this. They're like, man, stop messing up our what we love, man. Do this stuff right.
And it's just good to show that the people still have control over what comes out. Because at the end of the day, these studios and everything, this couldn't work without us.
Right.
Couldn't work without us. Disney, they can come out with whatever. If people are not going to stream it or go out and buy it, it's not going to make no money.
Yep.
And we the ones that, it's cool that they just say, okay, y'all want to change, so you got it. Here it is.
Like, man, now finally, at first Zack Snyder was saying like he don't want to do another one. Now that things are starting to go on, he's like, man, okay, yeah, let's get another one going. Let's get this Superman, this Batman, this other Justice League. Let's do these things. And dude, you broke the internet, bro. That's another reason why I got up extra early to watch it. Everybody and their mama trying to sit there and watch the Snyder Cut. Frozen broke down the whole damn HBO Max.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Like, just, I think it was yesterday or something like that. They said that happened. So, I mean, just saying, bro, and now here Marvel is finally. I think right before this came out, I think that's when they said they're gonna release. Well, we already talked about that last show with the Black Widow finally coming out finally later on this year. So,
bro, it's like with Marvel. Marvel, okay, Marvel. All right, we know you got all the Marvel. We know Marvel. All right, let these people get their shine right now. Okay, Marvel.
man, that boy Mickey Mouse over there pushing the button, bro. That boy better get out there and keep pushing these films. Y'all making me money, man.
Yeah.
Disney boy, they Marvel, man. But we'll see how it goes, man. I mean, it's he changed the game with this one, man.
Yeah.
He really has.
It's good to see them finally get a good one out.
Yeah. And now the article's out saying WB reportedly leaked Superman reboots news to bury the Justice League Snyder cut. WB execs reportedly not impressed with Zack Snyder's Justice League. How can you not be impressed? Okay. And then when the people come out, and like how you were saying, all it is the people. And once the people start saying, hey, we like this, where the money at? So,
Yeah.
So yes, sir.
Ooh, so looking forward to Flashpoint next, right? Is that the next one?
Cross your fingers.
They said Flashpoint, and they, I watched the Flash TV show. They said they're gonna include the Flash TV show and the Flash on TV into that one.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. I know they had like they have a spot on there.
Yeah, he came on the TV show when they did a multiverse thing.
That's dope.
Ezra, the Flash from the movies came. Yeah, so it'll be cool to see it the other way. Yeah.
I wonder how much that costs.
It was like, ooh, I like your suit. I like your suit too. That was pretty much they saying. They give him a little bit more depth in the movie, but yeah.
That is hilarious, man. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into this real quick. Talk about music. Talk about the Grammys. What's going on in the music world, man? I didn't get a chance to like fully watch the Grammys. I saw the highlights. I know, Chris, you said that you watched it, man. I'm gonna let you take it away on this.
I mean, it was good the way they shot it, the performances. Trevor Noah was hosting. He was funny. Like the way they had like 3 stages where you'll go from one performance to one performance to one performance. Like that was dope. 2 performances that stood out to me, of course. 3. One was Silk Sonic. That's Bruno Mars and what's his name? His name is not Dak Prescott. But his name is Anderson .Paak. There we go.
Anderson .Paak, yeah.
Anderson .Paak. So they really love that old school era. But that song, like they had the whole little like 70s suits and they was with the band, and I was like, okay, cool.
That's
and
dope.
Then Lil Baby had a powerful performance. He did his song and he had brought in Tamika Mallory. So and he had Killer Mike, and so it was like they acted out the whole scene with the guy getting shot, the protesting starting, and Tamika did a speech in the middle of the song, and Killer Mike was at a press conference rapping the verse. It was really politically and socially charged, for the times. So, and of course, that WAP. Shout out first, before we even get to that, shout out to Houston. We were represented well by the ladies of Houston last at the Grammys. Beyonce got the 28th Grammy, the most ever by any man or woman. Of course, Megan Thee Stallion won with Best New Artist of the Year and a few other awards. And she performed with Cardi B. And there's been a lot of controversy about that WAP.
Oh yeah.
They performed a lot of controversy. It was now Trevor Noah tried to give everybody one. He's like, hey, you got kids in the room, just tell them the WAP is something, whatever. He made a joke. But when they performed it, and I was looking, I was like, this is prime. I can see why people are upset. But this is primetime TV. I see a stiletto with a little pole and cheeks between the pole and grind. I was like, oh yeah, this is. I thought I was watching BET Uncut.
Hey, I ain't got no panties on the dance.
I mean, it was definitely raunchy.
Man.
Yeah, it was definitely raunchy. So,
man, like at least they didn't have the titty lamp. In the video, they had the titty lamp. So I mean, just saying.
I mean, there was a whole lot of booty. A whole lot of booty.
Me personally, I'm boycotting the Grammys for my boy The Weeknd because they didn't give him any nod or any recognition of that song, Blinding Lights. I
Yeah.
like The
Oh yeah.
Weeknd, man. They fucked him over, so
He said it was boycotting too, wasn't he, or something like that? He said
I'm boycotted with him.
I understand, brother.
Man, it was. Ooh, oh my God.
Take a minute, man.
I mean,
Yeah, I saw it too. I was like,
it was.
all
It was
right.
good.
I was like, yeah.
I was like, is it 2 a.m.? BT cut time? No, it was 7, 8 o'clock in. So
Man,
I think some parents are trying to. I think there's some kind of lawsuit trying to be filed or something like that.
I'm pretty sure there is.
People are upset, like, oh, my kids seen that.
Well, I mean, you can turn it off.
You promote
Yeah,
stripper culture.
I never understand that. You can turn it off. You
Or
can
like,
tell them to go to bed. I mean, it is a Sunday night. Technically, that's a school night. They can go. They need to go to sleep anyway.
or if like, pretty much like I can say like if y'all watch it together as a family and your kids, but if you watch it together as a family, or if you come in like in the middle of it, you see it, hey, the Grammys are okay, mommy and dad, boom. Oh,
And they
mommy,
did-
what's that? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
They did
Yeah.
air it on the later side of the show as well.
Yeah.
So like around at 9 o'clock is when things start. That 9, 10ish o'clock. So yeah.
Man, we in a world where it's just like, it,
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Kurt Franklin,
Same.
Oh man.
I'll put my foot off in your
The book of my foot. Off of your verse 17 and 16. You will not disrespect me no more.
Boy, I was like, man, when I heard it, I was like, man, what a beat at, bro. The way it start off, I'm gonna put my foot off in your ungrateful motherfucking ass, your skinny little. I'm like, God
I mean,
I'll break your neck, nigga. If y'all to think that gospel music then went too far.
shout out to Kirk, man.
Okay, man.
This son was what, 32, 33.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Around our ages, man. Like,
Exactly, bro. Like, come on, man.
This is you're trying to mess up everything that your dad built to take care of you.
yeah.
And so but I watched the interview with him and his wife. He's very apologetic about it because that's, of course, he's a man of the cloth, and so
Yeah.
but, everybody got that one person that can get under their skin.
Yeah,
that blood to a certain degree,
man.
pull the worst parts out of your eye.
Man, I mean, I'm trying to. Okay, let me gather myself. Okay, so like you were saying, like we got back when I used to work at Sam's Club, it was one cool dude. Shout out to that dude too. I ain't gonna say his name, but real cool, laid back dude, tall, skinny, lanky dude. Cool, even the way he talked, cool. Like the way, like whenever you see me, like first time I met him, he was like, "Yo, what's up, James? Hey, man, before we, hey, did you vote for Obama yet, man? Because I started in 08. He's, hey, before we talk and I show you how to do this stuff, did you go vote for Obama? I said, yeah, man. Well, cool. And then we just started talking, and I'm like, this dude just has a certain type of cool to him. But that one day, he was outside just chilling, drinking some Powerade, smoking a cigarette. Baby mama pull up.
Man.
Bitch, didn't I tell you not to come to my job? Dude, straight up, whole mannerism changed, bro. Whole mannerism. Then right when she leave, he go right back. No, he just, yeah, James. So what we gonna do when we go over here? Dude, I'm just sitting looking like, you're not gonna talk about what just happened, what took place.
That's a dangerous man right there.
But every time I see him, cool, laid back, you ever go post up and chill with him at his crib, cool, laid back. But it's always that one person. It's just flip, bro. But
that's crazy.
Shout out to Uncle Kirk, man. You all right with me, man. You had a moment, man.
I don't see anything that he did wrong, honestly. To be honest, what did he do wrong? I think that people caught because the son fucked up. Because come on, man, you gonna air out, because that was like a conversation that. Yeah. How I want to say it, man. That side we never seen of Kirk, but you don't know how hard this man done probably tried with his son. He tried talking to him. He done tried it, and that was the frustration side of it all. Because we got kids, man.
He did say that him and his sons had a tumultuous relationship. And even after that, the part of the call that he didn't play was that they had the counselor on the phone. Because they've been going through it for, it's not nothing new that they go through it, so, and they actually have a counselor to help with that. So that part didn't get, of course, only the hot pieces get put out there.
Right.
So. Yeah.
Monique came out and said something too, like basically what we saying. Sometimes she said, when I used to talk nice to my kids sometimes, and they look at me, they steady kept doing what I told them not to do. But when you say you cuss them out. Yeah. Real good. Sit your mother. That's why I choke and strain the child. I'll kick your ass. Hey.
Yeah.
And this may be my Christian side coming out. Let me know if I get too churchy on y'all. But
you good.
People expect these people like preachers and stuff to be so holy and not without a stain on them. But man is with flaw. Man is not perfect. He's still a man, he's not gonna not have he can't just be, that's just not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's perfect. So no, I side with Kirk on this one too.
Yeah, I'm on Kirk's side, man.
I'm riding with Kirk.
I'm riding with Kirk, man. What they need to be doing is worried about them other preachers that are taking your money for the wrong reasons or sleeping with the wrong ones. And I don't know. That's just,
You better open up Pandora's box.
Yeah, that is right there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, hey, I know people not perfect, but it's that right there. I mean, hey, at least the man come out and apologize. He didn't have to, but he did it. I would have said, man, F them people and keep on moving.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see what he did wrong. I honestly do not see what the man did wrong.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You probably, they just by him talking to his kids like that, they probably go under the assumption of how he probably, I don't know. I don't put that.
Keep in mind, this is not no teenager, no young adolescent. No, this is a fully grown, 32, 33-year-old man.
Yeah.
This ain't no. I think people hear son or kid and they think, oh, no, he's a grown man.
Grown man.
He's a grown man. And
grown man.
33 years old.
Yeah. Let everybody know right now. I've heard worse and seen worse.
I have seen worse. I have seen the actions of that talking has came into light. I have seen that.
Yeah. Bro, I'm saying.
Yeah.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Just Acting Up Show. Last week we went to the O'Shea premiere, man. It was fun. Took pictures, had some interviews, enjoyed some good food, and enjoyed some good drinks. Check out the videos that we have and enjoy O'Shea premiere. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here at the here at Grooves of Houston. The podcast is called the Just Acting Up Show. I'm here with one of the actors here, Mark Christian. Mark Christian, say hi to the good people.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, sir. Very snazzy dresser, as you can see. Suited and booted. From the shoes down, all the way head to the toe. Got the hair. I don't got to worry about the hair thing, but he has to worry about it. It's kind of windy out here. So, Mark, man, first and foremost, thank you. Appreciate it for all the hard work you have done. Tell the people about yourself a little bit.
Well, like James mentioned, I'm Mark Christian. I play Todd Smith in O'Shea, in the O'Shea series, here at the premiere. I've been acting for about 20 years. Did all my conservatory training up in New York City, and so I'm trained in method acting and Meister technique, and I'm constantly doing various other productions, films, plays, whatever I can get into here in the Houston area, and I did a lot of stuff in New York as well.
Very nice, very nice. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your character in O'Shea, or can you not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
I'll just a small snippet of who Todd Smith is. Todd Smith is actually part of the red state white nationalists.
Nice.
So he's kind of a racist, and he's trying to go against the black race and making sure that he's on the right track to disorganize whatever they're trying to organize, along with Max Hillard as well, who is the governor of the whole thing, and he's there's a lot of chip implementation involved in AI, artificial intelligence stuff. So as the story unfolds, you'll see a lot of that coming into play. But my character is pretty much of a bad guy. So, and I get used to playing those types of characters. So I do them periodically.
Very nice guy, though. Very nice guy.
Yeah, but I'm nice in person.
Very nice guy. Very talented. Looking forward to O'Shea. We'll catch up with Mark later on. You guys stay tuned. Just Next No Show.
From the O'Shea series, one of the actresses. We're gonna clap it in for this young lady right here. Thank you, Queen, for joining us on the Just Acting Up show. We have Ursula today from the O'Shea series, and from Ursula I consider Ursula a superwoman. Man, she's out there. She's doing some good things. I'm so proud of her. So happy for the blessings she has come across her table. So Ursula, say hey to the good people. Introduce yourself.
Hello, good people. I'm Ursula Renee, and I am so excited to join this excellent panel. I'm so proud of you guys. As I mentioned before, I'm super proud of you guys and what you're doing. So congratulations on your new podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you
for coming on the show. I know you busy woman, but thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come up. You all dolled up and your hair looking nice, girl. Like, man, you got your earrings going. Thank you.
I gotta represent right.
Hey, you better than me. Look, I'm up here like, man, scruffy beard. I'm like, hey, let's get at it, man.
I have to give Ursula her rose right now. Every time when I get on Instagram and I see her page, she's either at a premiere, she's either on the set, and this is not just a weekend thing. This is like on a Monday, a Tuesday, and Wednesday, on Thursday. Like this, Ursula stay busy, man. Ursula motivates me. Like, all right, it's time to do something, Michael. Like Ursula doing it.
You're getting it, man. So proud of you. We got to give you your roses.
So how long
thank you. I appreciate that. I have to credit like my parents and my family for the work ethic I have. My hustle, I tell people my hustle knows no end, right? Like I will like hustle. And so, whenever we start, I'll let you know how I got started in acting and how hustle really makes a difference, because people will usually ask me about, how I find auditions, or, they'll tell me it seems that I work a lot, but that comes with a price. I have a different kind of work ethic. So, yeah.
Tell us more about your story. Like, how long have you been acting? What got you into acting? Where did it all start? What's your
Sure.
origin story?
So yeah, it actually in Houston, not as long as people think. So I'm originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I moved to Houston a while ago. I used to work for a major airline here, loved it, and then I went to work in corporate America. I also have a couple degrees from the University of Houston main campus. Now for theater, like some people, I started doing theater like in elementary school. You do a lot of plays and things like that. And we did a major production of The Wizard of Oz. And at the time I didn't know it, but now that I'm an actress, I recognize, okay, one of our teachers must have been associated with theater because we had auditions, we had table reads, wardrobe, makeup. I was in fifth grade. We had makeup and, singing. I had to sing, although I'm not a singer, but I was cast as Glinda the Good Witch. And so I decided I went to magnet school from sixth grade through 12th grade, and we had performing art type electives. So I didn't just do theater where that was my focus. I mean, I took ballet and gymnastics and sang in the choir and played in the band. And I liked anything creative now that I think about it. You don't think about it when you're a kid, but I liked anything that was creative. And so, went to college and all that good stuff. And, you're an adult, you got bills to pay. So I worked. I wasn't thinking like, I'm gonna be in a play, I'm gonna be an actor. I worked. And so the last 8 years of my life, I worked in corporate America doing research and compliance. And I mention that because I think as I reflect on, in addition to my work ethic, what really works for me is I'm a natural researcher. It's leading to how I find my auditions. Like I'm naturally a researcher. Like I will, if I see something I'm interested in, I will know who is the director, the producer, what they did before. Is it something I'm interested in? Or, the quality of the work or who's going to be in it. Like, I just naturally want to delve into, I mean, it's just what I do.
Yes,
So, I was
in
working in corporate America. What were you going to say?
No, I'll say you was pretty much bred. And when people say when I was born this way, you was kind of like really, bred into that feel. You pretty much got the practice and just start working and you just know it and it just
Exactly.
Like
exactly. So I will say I started it was December 2019. Sort of like people scan through Amazon, or maybe that's me. That's what I do. You just scroll through Amazon trying to see what you could buy. I was just scrolling and then decided to ask this group, how do you get into acting in Houston? Right. And I don't think I even waited for a response, but about 8 people responded. And they told me everything from taking, take a class, join a network, get to know people. But I would say 6 of the 8 people said the same thing, which was, girl, you just got to get out there and audition. Just audition. Like you'll learn what you need to learn, but you just got to get out there and audition.
Yeah.
Well, like if I don't have anything to compare your advice to, I'm going to take it at face value. So this was the end. It was like right after Christmas. I'm going to tell you January 5th, 2020. It was the first Sunday of the year. I was standing on somebody's stage out in a little playhouse, a cute little playhouse. I was standing on stage auditioning in front of a group of people, that I didn't know. I told myself, okay, don't be nervous. You don't know these people. So I got on stage and I did the 2 little scripts she gave me. And then this other guy walks in who I didn't know at the time was new. He auditioned the week before. And she just told us, okay, y'all do it. She handed us a script and told us to do a duet scene together. So, I did whatever was asked. And that was a Sunday. On Tuesday, I got a call back. Did everything for my confidence. So on that Saturday, I was at 2 more auditions. And then the Saturday after that, because at the time it was pre-lockdown, pre-pandemic. So you audition in person. Like it wasn't this, oh, I'm gonna send you an audition tape. No, you audition in person. So I'm going to tell you, I was standing on somebody's stage auditioning every weekend, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. Like I was hustling it in. And so, I mean, that I just took their advice. That's what I did. And I just looked for an audition. I didn't say, I would say this to someone who's new starting out, because I've heard this. Well, what about, like, I'm going to tell you, I didn't have a monologue memorized. I didn't have a resume. I had definitely no professional headshots, no headshot. I just found an audition and went. I just knew, okay, let me just get this one out of my system, get over my nerves, and I'll learn what I need to learn. And that's how I got started. It was January 5th, 2020 in Houston anyway. Yeah, so that's how I got started. And I'm gonna say by the time the year ended, I had done over 26 projects. I've been involved. I have been involved in 20, and I only know that because at the end of the year I was setting new goals and updating my resume.
Yeah.
And so then that's what I knew. And I was like, okay. Now, and even when people said to me, you know, every time I see you working or you seem like you work a lot, well, I had nothing to compare that to. So I really kind of thought that was normal. But now I guess I kind of see it can seem like a lot.
I think it's what it is that we all of us can attest to this, that we're just so busy that we just, and you know what, while you're doing it, you just don't see your own highlights and everything of what you're doing. But then when you sit down, like you said, now you just, your Sundays or whatever, you just sit back and just chill out, relax.
Yeah.
We don't really sit back and just marvel at the hard work we put into what we do.
That's so true.
And that's why everybody's just like, Ursula, what you're doing is killing it. And that's like what somebody in sports is like, hey man, you doing your thing. You're like, huh? I mean, I drop 30 points every day, but you just gotta sit back and just marvel at what you just doing.
Right.
Yeah. And
That's so true.
Yeah, that's dope that you just caught that bug, Ursula, and you just kept going, and that's what's up. I love it.
I don't mean to tell you, I met a lot of nice people along the way, like James, and I guess, we'll get to that. And Mike is my brother in O'Shea, but yeah, I mean, I've met like from day one, and we know some of the same people. What I discovered early, like once I did the first 2 gigs, I started to, when I went on new gigs, I started to see people that I knew. Like it's a small little world, our little community of performing. And so I usually see about 1 to 3 people I know already at this point when I go on a new assignment. But yeah, so like at the beginning, I befriended someone at that audition. And I just thought he was great. And so he was a good person to know at the time. Then I went on a second audition. And it's so funny. I met this girl who you always meet. Well, I would meet someone I call a divine connection, who would just be so sweet to me. And it was, so after I did that first audition at the Playhouse, that Saturday I went on my first film audition here. So I walk in and there are people standing in the hallway waiting, like kind of reading over their script, practicing before they go into this room to audition. And, men, women, whoever. And this guy approaches me as I walk in and he's like, well, he sees me like kind of looking around and he's like, have you signed in? And I was like, I haven't. He was like, okay, let me get you this clipboard. Do you have a script? I was like, they haven't sent it to me. Okay, well, I'm gonna get you one. So he go, why that was Thomas. You know Thomas, right? Thomas.
Thomas. He's a great guy. I like
Oh
Thomas.
my gosh, he is the best. So I like to give people their roses. People who were kind to me when I started. I like to shout them out. He was just the best. Like he was so sweet. And then the girl that I met, someone had said to me on my first audition, she was like, this business is competitive. Sometimes, people might not want to help you. And he had just said that to me and I just couldn't even visualize that, right? So at this audition where I met Tom, so he goes and he tells this girl, you have the script for whatever the name of the character was. You have it on your phone. They send it to you. Text it to her, meaning to me, right? How about that girl never sent me that? She was like, oh, hell no, we both going for the same role. I'm not sending this to you. But when she doesn't send it to me and I kind of wait a little bit and I'm waiting around and I was like, well, I haven't, I just kind of quietly say, well, I haven't got, well, I guess he sees that I'm not reading anything. He's like, you haven't gotten it. And so this girl who's just kind of walking and waiting, she's like, oh, I printed out an extra one. You can have this one. And I was like, thank you, right? I didn't know her name, Why, as it would turn out, this was January 2020, when we did Choices. When did we do Choices?
We did Choices,
was that November?
Somewhere around it. I had to look at my phone to see when we did
okay, it was, the end of the year, right? What I see a girl when I walk into the, on set, I see the girl, I don't know her name. So, when we get a minute after we're walking outside, I was like, okay, what's your name? I want to tell you that I appreciate you giving me a script. She's looking at me like I'm crazy. In January, you gave me a script and you didn't have to. I appreciate it. Why was Marissa?
Wow.
Right? It was Marissa. She's so sweet. She's so cute. So you guys, Chris and Michael, he'll tell you who Maritza is, but she's this cute girl who I hadn't seen her again until we did Choices. And I just wanted to thank her for, and so she said to me, well, you know, that was my first audition. And I was like, well, it was my second audition, but it was my first for film. But yeah, I would always just meet somebody sweet like that, who was just, all it takes is one person. And I like to always, I always like to acknowledge people who have been kind to me in this business.
Right,
So.
you got to. What's that old saying? Well, I can't think of the old saying right now, but it's just cool that people that just giving you that handout is saying, hey, here you go. That little small act of kindness, it goes a long way.
It really
Yeah,
does.
it means a lot to me.
It goes like, what was it? I think you always remember who you come across of and how they treated you and how you act. You might not remember everything they say, but you remember what they did or what they've done to you. And it just, especially in this, but we all can attest to it. We all know how it is. It's hard and you got to hustle for it. And you know, you just never know. Like, so how did you come across the O'Shea series and what you just doing your whole little thing of just researching like you said you do, or what happened with that?
I do that heavy, but for O'Shea, again, Divine Connection, my very first, which one was this? Like when you're starting out, what I was willing to do, if I saw something that interests me, I wouldn't talk myself out of it. Like it knew no limit of what I might do. So I did music videos. I would audition for promos and commercials, short films, theater, like whatever it was, I was going to audition for it, right? So the first time I did like a promo commercial for this health clinic, I'm there and they decide to make me the receptionist. And when all the other actors came, and I have a tendency to get places early, usually. So when the other actors came, the lead actor that they made like the first patient that walked up to the receptionist counter, as we're shooting our scenes, you know, we would talk or whatever. And so he was like, so young lady, because, you know, he's a older gentleman. So he was like, so young lady, how long, you know, have you been acting? And it was still January. So I was like, for 2 weeks. So I was like, for 2 weeks? He was like, 2 weeks? And I was like, yes.
It was 2 weeks for a bunch of people, man.
Yeah, so he was like, so every time, you know, they do a cut, he was like, so are you on, you know, what actors do? So you are, you know, on social media, let's follow each other. So we do. So I'm gonna send a shout out to Carl, because Mike, you met Carl. Did you meet Carl at the premiere of O'Shea?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Carl.
I think I know.
Yeah, he had on the cowboy hat.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna send a shout out.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna send a shout out to Carl, because everybody be knowing Carl, right?
Carl is cool.
We met on, so that was January. We meet, and you know, Carl is doing his thing as well, but I didn't see him for a while, and we did a film. Maybe it was August or September. Toll Road. It was later in the year, and we hadn't seen each other. So he was just like, well, you know what? You need to reach out to this guy, and he tells me who I should reach out to, and you know, because they're doing a lot of different things and they're growing. And there's a lot of moving pieces and they'll need people. So you need to reach out. He tells me to reach out to Eric. So I do. Honey, you ain't got to tell me but one. So I messaged Eric, and, you know, Eric was super nice, super cool. And honey, right away, I was Tasha Sims. And so, you know, I got the script. He put it in the chat and I'm reading over it. So I know like everybody's little scenes, you know, and I know that I'm supposed to have a family.
Yeah.
Because Carl is so funny. So I had been waiting. I think I've joined the group. I can't remember when, but I had been waiting a couple months for it. But I knew I couldn't film because I had no family. My script says I'm supposed to have a mama and a daddy and some siblings, and I don't see them cast yet. So I'm like, okay. Honey, by the time when I walked on set and I saw Mike, I'm looking at him like, I
recognize you. Yeah, I know. I said the same thing. I'm like, I recognize him from somewhere.
I know you
from somewhere. And it just took me a minute. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's James's friend. Yeah. And so what are the chances Mike is my brother in O'Shea. And so it's just been a ball. Yeah, small world. Yeah, it just all connects and goes in a circle.
Yeah. Ursula, tell us tell us about that. What was it? The first time I shared the screen with you when we was an extra on set, and we was telling Chris about that. How you never really know exactly what goes on behind the scenes. When they say like you're on set for like 15 hours, believe it. And we were just on this set. You told me about it, and we was waiting for this one guy to knock in this pool, this ball, this eight
Boy.
for the pool. I know you got so many projects you've done. You probably like, wait, when were we doing this? And
Yeah, I remember.
and we
Because
was
that's
like,
that's how I met Mike. Well, okay, so what happened is this particular production group. I actually so where I'm wearing the Haji yesterday, that's the same production team. I had worked with this production group twice before. We did a music video. It was Bollywood meets hip hop. So we were on set, like they're like super perfectionists, right? And so for a music, that was my first music video at the time. And our call time was, let's say it was maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. Honey, let me tell you, I left at like 2 and they were still dancing. But I was like, y'all done with us, right? Like we finished, right? Because they were still like, let's do it again. And they were still going in a circle. And we was woe out. So I had worked with them before. So when another project came and they contacted me, he said, invite some of your friends. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tell James, and then I just told you, invite whoever you know, invite whoever you want, because you're the only one that I told. So I was like, you invite whoever you want. And so you brought Michael and what was your girl, the girlfriend,
Erica.
the girl,
Yeah.
Erica, and Erica came. So that's how I ended up meeting Mike. But yes, I just know that team is super, they're perfectionists. They will do it over and over and over. So yeah, we were there like a hot minute. And was it you, James, who was like, I thought this was till 4 o'clock. They said it was till 4.
And you know what? It's like, so see, I understand and I know how it can go. Sometimes it go a little bit over or whatever. When they say it stop at this time, it can go a little bit over, which I have no problem with. But it was just, and now that you tell me like they are perfectionists, we felt that effect that day. And I was like, what are they trying to do again? And once we found out, it was like, he's trying to knock this ball into that hole. And it got to the point where they was like, the girl, I forgot, I don't know what her name was. She said, look,
she was the producer, right?
Made it.
Yeah.
This what we waited on. So that was crazy.
Like, I'll do it.
Yeah. I was like, because I felt I was cool with it, but it was just the fact that I know Erica, shout out to Erica Spencer as well. I love her.
Yeah.
She I know she had a certain time to be somewhere, and like it was like every time I asked her there was a second time I asked her to be part of something, it's like the time went way over. And I'm like, she is the person that's trying to see if she wants to get into acting. She had something planned with, I guess, her boyfriend or a friend or something like that. And she was totally cool. And like I used to go to school with her. And I know that, she's sweet as pie. She's the sweetest, but she'll have her moments where she's like, she'll just straight up like, okay, look, this is what we finna do. And then, that temper starts. And I'm like, Erica, thank you. She's like, you're fine. I'm like, thank you so much, Erica.
Yeah.
But besides all that, I know you get so many roles and everything. And, you see this, you see if it goes into the flow of what you want to do. Are there any roles that you say that you will like turn down, or you're like, once you really make it out there, where you say to yourself, I can't do this? What roles did you personally felt that you told yourself, I cannot do this?
That's a really good question. Because I had this discussion with the actor friend that I met on my very first audition. And we were having that discussion because he was working a lot, and sometimes you don't know what your no is or what your limit is until maybe you are presented with that role and you start to do it. I'm like, I'm not connecting with this. This ain't working for me. And I discovered that I had to and we started having that discussion because we were going to do this production together, and we were asked to read for different roles, right? And I had already looked over normally you would look over the roles and decide which one you want because you connect with that role. But sometimes, they want you to read for other roles. And one of them, I was like, I already know I can't, not the way you want me to deliver it. So I know I can't be nobody's mammy. Like I'll play, you know, I like it took a while toward the end of the year before somebody asked me to be somebody's mama. That's different. But I mean a mammy. Like,
Right.
oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Did you go to honey? I can't connect with that. And I'm not about to
Listen,
like I'm not
listen.
I
When we
can't do
was on set, right, and Eric had sent me the script, and I'm reading it over again and again and again. Because mind you, he just said, "You on set right now, blah blah blah. What you got going on? Here's the script." So I'm reading it, and they kept putting this man. I forgot the dude name. What was the dude name on the original script? What was it? It was supposed to be. Okay, Vance, and then it was his gay lover. And I'm like, oh, okay, who is this guy, right? So
you say, who is this other man?
I'm reading the script and I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm driving and I got butterflies in my stomach, and then I meet the cast and it's like, oh, so you supposed to have a boyfriend? I'm like,
That was
Yeah, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, wait. And then I saw Ursula, and Ursula, we get upstairs, we getting ourselves together, we getting ourselves warmed up, and then Ursula was like, oh, I'm sorry, you loses your boyfriend. I'm like, hey, man. I go pull out this phone, I say, now you see this right here? It clearly says, Sierra. And I still had it in my, I said, man, this is a good opportunity. But I walk away. I can't do that. I respect that community. I have nothing against that community, but that's just me, Michael Gerard Tolliver.
That's your brand. Yeah.
I can't do it. So I'm waiting for Eric to give me some confirmation, like everybody in here
like you showed us in the script.
like I'm trying to convince everybody and a little bit of myself that I'm not that no, that Vance don't have no boyfriend. This is a girlfriend that he is mourning after, right? And so then that's when Eric said we couldn't find it because someone else asked the question. He was like, we couldn't find nobody to do that role because you just couldn't find anybody. So no, it's gonna be Sierra. It's like, oh, okay, because everyone got the original script where it was
exactly
the man. So
because that's what I was saying. I was like, okay, I'm waiting for them to cast my parents, and my brother is going to lose his gay lover. And like I done told the story to everybody. I'm Tasha Sims, and my brother's going to lose his gay lover. And I was like, okay, well, that's a really good storyline. But what I would say to that is, I mean, there are gay actors who could absolutely love the role, or there are some straight people who do play the role. But I think it's important to, like you said, you have to know what your limit is in terms of what you connect with, because it's going to dictate how you deliver the role. And so I just knew for me, when I was looking at all the other roles that the person was asking me to read for, I read it a certain way. As you know, there are different Black mamas on TV. So, there's Felicia Rashad on The Cosby Show. There's the lady who's on Blackish. There's so many, Lynn Whitfield on Greenleaf. There's so, and I can relate to one of those, right? I sound like I could be one of those type mom. And nobody at that point had asked me to be a mom. That didn't come until it was like the universe was waiting for me to say yes. Somebody messaged me and said, you don't have to audition. I have this role for you. And I had already seen the shorter version of the film, loved it. They had a premiere and they were extending it to a feature. And so the girl who was the lead, one of my friends, she and her 7-year-old son was there. And, he's all around the place. And then when the film ended, he said, I saw you on the screen. And I was like, oh, you saw me? And I wasn't in it, but I knew who he thought I was. So I was like, oh, you saw me, huh? And so it was funny that privately the director messaged me and said, I got a role for you. Would you be interested in playing like the lead's mom? And I was like, I hadn't played mom before, but I was like, hell yeah, because I wanted to be in the film. You know me, I don't say no. So I'm like, okay. So so and then as soon as I said yes to that, I think it wasn't even a week. Somebody was like, oh, I need you to be in the film, but I need you to give birth. Okay, so now I'm a mama and I'm giving birth on screen. Wow. Okay, so then mama roles started to like, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Because I'm working and it's usually, if it's a project I want to be a part of, then okay, cool. But so different type mamas I can absolutely do. I just can't be Nobody's
Mammy.
mammy.
Right.
Mammy.
Yeah. So that was like I mean, I thought I couldn't be a prostitute, but I could do. I mean, it's a funny comedy because in a comedy I was a drag queen, so I may as well. I was a drag queen, honey, looking ridiculous. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait till that comes out that summer. But yeah, so I think I probably like I could, but I just think I can't connect to.
Just yeah.
Let me ask you
Yeah,
this. What is there any areas that you want to kind of branch off into outside of in front of the camera? Do you want to do anything behind the camera in the future?
You know
maybe?
what? That is so excellent. Great segue. Okay, so Chris, I'm an author.
Oh,
These are my 2 books I've written so far. I flashed them for like a second. So I write nonfiction so far. My first book I published in 2019 January, and then the second one I published this past January, 2021. And so they're usually spiritual based books. You know, I call myself the creative Christian. So I've written about spiritual warfare in the workplace and about the value of our dreams and dream interpretation. And they're available on Amazon under Ursula Renee.
okay. What's the name of them? Okay.
So I'm naturally a writer. I like to, to tell stories, but those are nonfiction because I said I'm a researcher. I love nonfiction books,
right.
but I do write creatively. And I would love to. Now I joined O'Shea's writing team, and so I'd love to do that. And I just think it would be a natural progression for me as a storyteller to tell my own story. So I'm sure I will be directing and creating and producing my own stories in the future. Right now, I'm absolutely loving acting and being in front of the screen, but behind the screen, I'm absolutely. I have books that I'm reading and classes that I'm taking. So preparing me for when I do something behind the screen.
When you transition to that, what is the name of your book again? Your 2 books?
So this one is The Value and Interpretation of Our Dreams. Right? And don't that sound our dreams have value. We dream for a reason, right?
That's right.
They give us messages, and it's just a really good, it's a great book. You can enjoy it. Now this one's a little different because everybody not ready, but this is about how to overcome spiritual warfare in the workplace. So like I said, I worked in corporate America for a minute, and sometimes you just think you stressed and overworked, but sometimes it's something else. And so you need to pray and seek revelation for that. But yeah,
I'm gonna get that book from my sister because she's in the corporate. She does she works for Exxon, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She'd enjoy it. I mean, it's a quick read. Like that one is 100 pages. Whenever somebody reads it, they it's very insightful. Because I haven't every now and then I'll reread it, and I'm like, did I write this? This is good, girl. Because sometimes if you're a writer and you're in the moment, you just write, you write your thoughts until you can forget completely what you wrote. So,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to take a step back and marvel at what you do. Take that
is so true.
Go out and get some fresh air and just enjoy life without doing stuff. So
right.
On your you have a wish list of directors or actors that you want to work with one day?
Oh, that's great, Chris. What's interesting is so I realized I didn't have favorite actors or actresses per se. I had favorite performances. And so, but when I think about, it's funny because I didn't follow the career of, say, Kerry Washington. I came to know her from Scandal. And then I came across, so she must have done Ray before Scandal. No, and I love Ray.
She did the King of Scotland. I seen that recently with Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, she's been doing amazing work. Yeah.
That's good. And so because the movies like that, I remember watching a rerun of Ray. Every time I say I'm not going to, I've seen Ray I don't know how many times. And so when I see the start of it coming, I was like, I'm not watching this movie again. And so I'm standing there watching. And next thing you know, I'm sitting down and I'm watching. So I love the movie Ray. But I remember after I had started watching Scandal off and on, I saw the movie Ray, the replay of Ray, and I remember thinking, well, I didn't recognize her, and I was trying to figure, well, what's her name? Like, who is this? And I Googled the movie so I could get the cast list. And I was like, oh, that's Kerry Washington. Like, because I wasn't following her career like that, and I really didn't recognize her. And now that you mentioned Akina Scotland, I didn't remember her in that, but I love the movie. Right. Not that I didn't remember her performance, but maybe I didn't recognize. I wasn't following her career like that. And there's another comedy that she did with David Allen Greer is like her dad.
Yeah.
Do you know that one? It's a comedy.
Peoples.
What is it?
Peoples.
Okay, yeah. Oh my God, I love the movie.
Yeah.
So I think when I reflect on it, I like that she does drama, comedy, and she sells it. I like the way she does it. We probably talk similar. What, you know, I ain't got to do no more good. Like, we gonna do, like, I don't do that. Like, I want to do that.
Right.
So I would say I would want a wish list for me is just to continue to take roles, be offered roles that allow, because sometimes I'll go to an audition and someone will ask me, so do you prefer to do comedy or drama? And I really don't want to have to choose. They offer me different things. I love to laugh. And I remember going to a class assessment and he was just like, I can see you doing a 1 hour drama right now. Like, I love what you're doing. Like, you know, we were doing exercises together. And he was like, I love what you're doing. I love your pacing. And I could see you on like this show, like the Good Girls or something, or like he named some shows, right? So I was like, I received, and you know, I was super new. So I'm like, oh, I received that, Jesus. Yes, yes. And so, yeah, so what he was saying was like, you know, I see you doing drama. And I do love drama, but I love to laugh and I love doing comedy. So I really don't want to have to choose. And I like the way Carrie, like, moves between the two and does a good job. So I think that would be, so not really a particular director or producer. Like, I'm open if it's a good project.
Gotcha. Well, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Ursula. What would you see yourself in 5 years in this industry?
That is an awesome question too. I know I keep saying that, but y'all are asking some bomb questions, mostly because these are things that I have, as someone who started acting like, you know, a little over a year ago in Houston, those are things I had to think about. And I remember being like, okay, so I was on set for, it could have been March of last year. And we were like on film, and we were being interviewed on film, all the actors. And I noticed when I watched some later, when he finally published them, that most of the people he asked, so where do you see yourself? Yeah. And he didn't ask me that. And I was kind of glad, and I was glad he didn't, because I was so new. I was probably like less than 2 months in, and I don't know what I would have said. And I think your words matter, right? Your words matter. I felt like God was teaching me what I say matter. And this is for somebody that's new. Like, I was learning, I remember my second promo, like in February of last year. I'm on set, you know, with this super diverse cast of people, kids and adults, and the cinematographer that they had flown in from Orlando. You know, after a while of working with different groups of us, he looked at the four of us still waiting, the adults on this side, and he said, so are all of you actors? And I was like, we trying to be. Yeah. And he was like, he was all offended. He said, trying to be, there is no trying to be. From 1 gig to 100.
I remember. And
I like to tell people that because it matters what you say, because he got me all the way together. So when he said, you're an actor whether you've done 1 gig to 100, I was like, okay, I received that. And so from now on, because people would, when I first started, people would ask, so you trying to act now? But what you doing? Like, you know what I mean? It's a different kind of career to say, okay, because I was doing a blog and I might post about it when I go on auditions because it was so new to me. It was really for my records, but sometimes I would post. And your friends and, you know, people on social media. So you trying to act. Like, what you do?
Yeah, like acting. Yeah.
Right.
It'd be better if you like, I'm a janitor at the school. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Right, exactly. And because I hadn't built that, I hadn't thought about it, I would have agreed with them. Like, I guess I am, you know, girl, I'm trying to do a lit song. I don't know. And those are the wrong words to say. So I just felt like with each step, you know, like when someone first asked me, so are you acting full time? I hadn't thought about the question. So I'm like, yeah, like I didn't know. And so I was like, okay, when I was done, I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna get it together. So the next time somebody asks me, I'm gonna just say yes. So it wasn't a week later that somebody says, so, I was looking at your stuff online and I was like, you actually must be acting full time. Is that what you're doing? And I was like, yes. Yeah, yes, boo, I'm acting full. Like, because your words like absolutely matter. So, back to your question, like where I see myself in 5 years. I'm glad the person didn't ask me in that interview like a year ago, March this time last year, because now I can definitely say that, I see myself operating in my purpose, and I know I've always been creative. And I wasn't going to mention, but I remember like a prophet said to me, I see you on the stage with the curtains open. I see you on billboards. And I see that you have a hidden gift that God is going to bring forth. And honey, that went over my head. Like I was still working and I loved the work that I was doing. Acting was not on my mind. And so I feel like now definitely I understand it, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I hustle hard. And I just see myself building my catalog of work, expanding my reach. Things have been so wonderful in Houston, but of course, as an actor or a filmmaker, you want your work to have reach and go beyond just being local. And so I see that happening for me. And as we mentioned before, writing and expanding my talent into other areas of the industry.
Beautiful.
You see, one more question from me. As far as I know, Atlanta is Atlanta, LA is LA. I know Houston has a lot of talent here.
Yeah.
What do you think what can we can do to make Houston into that next Atlanta, LA? Like why can't we have our own production houses and things like that here? Like what can we do to what do you see happening in that space in the coming years?
I like that question. I think, it took a minute for Atlanta to get to that point. I think it was after Katrina that people started to sow into New Orleans to make that a spot as well. And I think for Atlanta, they had the pleasure of having like musical artists and other just Black people in general, like flooding to Atlanta to be great and do great things. And so the fact that it moved into the filmmaking industry is no surprise. But Houston is, a very large city with plenty of talent. And I can see it moving in that direction. I mean, there are musical artists that live here as well that are hot. There are many, celebrities that live here, whether it's in the off season or they have a home here in general. And I think as filmmakers are actively pursuing their dreams, I just see definitely Houston growing. I mean, they sometimes talk about Dallas and Austin as well, but I think that only helps the state in general. Like if they're all just working to be great. But I see that, there's a guy from Dallas that I've seen on 4 productions here I've seen him on 4 productions that I've done in Houston. And so I think people recognize, and then I've worked with a couple of people who were in LA. So this is important. I think things are aligning where Houston is growing, because I've been on productions of people who moved to LA because that was the spot. But because of COVID making that a heavy hot spot there, it really shut down Hollywood, which Atlanta is a benefactor of that, but Houston is as well, because I've met people who decided, who said, well, I moved to LA to get things started there, but they're basically shut down. So I came back to Houston to see what I could do here. That's going to work in our favor, right? Because we're like, talent is coming here knowing that you can, we have some beautiful sets that you can have. I mean, if you wanted a really nice home to do your film in, you got this family production. Oh my gosh, there's so many beautiful like areas of the city. You don't have to use the same area twice. I shot a music video just at Rice University, and it was a great backdrop. But you could go to the Woodlands. If you were going to do something outside, it's not like you have to use the same scenery twice. There's so much to choose from. I've seen movies done in the most beautiful homes. And you know, that they're Airbnb is like nothing to get in Houston. You know, our properties are not that expensive out here. So
Right.
I think once filmmakers come out here who are not from here, oh, they're gonna love it. They're gonna see that it's cost effective to make their films in Houston.
That's
I totally
good.
agree with you. Well, Ursula,
Hold on. I have a question for my sis.
Yes, bro.
I need you to answer this for me, okay? How did my wife look at that premiere?
Oh, no.
Come on with it, Ursula. It's
You
a
know
lot
what? Your
riding
wife
on
is
this.
cute. Now, look, I know that your wife, you told me when we met that your wife is also a fellow Louisianian. So,
That's
of course,
right.
you know, our women are hot, boo. So,
That's right.
your wife was so sweet, and
Thank
she
you.
is just too cute.
Thank
And
you.
that's why I was trying to get a picture of y'all, but she don't like to take pictures.
No, she doesn't. And she had been on my ass about that premiere. You didn't tell me that it was this. They pull it up in gowns.
Funny. That's what wife's supposed to do. So you didn't give her all the details. So there was no.
Yeah. We went somewhere yesterday. She's like, this is what I should have wore to the premiere.
you got a confirmation right here, man.
Yeah,
Go.
No,
thank
she
you.
looked super beautiful. Her dress was appropriate. She looked cute. Her hair and everything was just fabulous. She's just a cutie pie.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That is too funny. Any more questions, gentlemen, for Ursula before she gets out of here?
That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, Ursula, we thank you. I know we went over the 30-minute mark, but it was just, it's always a joy just talking to you, learning from you, having a conversation with you, sharing the stage or the screen with you. Big ups to you. Thank you for sharing this with us. We're going to clap you in.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, love. Thank you.
I enjoyed it immensely. You know, I'm from Louisiana, so we can talk, honey. So of course we went over 30 minutes. That ain't enough. So I appreciate it so much.
You
Welcome
did
back
great.
anytime.
You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
welcome
And
back.
it was so good
anytime.
meeting you, Chris. Y'all asked the best questions. So great job. And again, congratulations on like an excellent podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ursula. Thank you, Ursula.
You keep grinding, you keep going, you keep growing, and we will see you soon. We'll see you on the stage with that Oscar real soon.
Yeah, and just know you was here first. Here first with us. We seen it coming.
Okay, I'm gonna bring my look. The next time I'm gonna be holding up my Oscar like this. I'm coming back.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, we here just acting up. We're gonna be right there with you with our Oscars. We're like, look,
Right.
Yeah.
Claim that. Yes,
Right there
that's
with
true.
that all of us, we're gonna be up there. We're gonna like, what we just on that show was, weren't we?
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Your words matter. Yes.
Speaking into
Appreciate it.
existence. Yeah.
Yeah.
You be safe and enjoy yourself. Take your time out of your busy day. We gonna keep on talking about that. Don't work yourself too crazy. But we know you know how to handle it. You got it.
You got it.
Right. Right. And best wishes on your new film.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, fellas.
All right. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Acting Up Show probably brings to you our segment that we call Acting the Fool. Yes, indeed. And this is the time we take time out of our day to tell y'all who was being the stupidest, dumbest idiot this past week and what's been going on. So, Chris, take it away, my friend.
Okay. Well, I got a few stories here. Shout out to Huffington Post. This one comes from Bucks County Assistant District Attorney. I believe that's in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. A top aide to the district attorney in a suburb in Philadelphia. He was demoted because he was caught moonlighting for DoorDash during his work hours. So like now that job pays like $125K a year. And yeah, from the months of like October to February, he was making delivery on company time. He said he'd been working DoorDash delivering food during those hours. He primarily worked it at nights and weekends. However, he made a poor decision delivering during workday times, he stated. And so I don't know the position they demoted him to, but it's not paying 125K. And so yeah, that's the legit of that story.
But why? Why he doing DoorDash? I don't get that.
He said personal circumstances during COVID pandemic. Is why he started to work the delivery job. And he said he repaid the county with unused vacation time for the money he made delivering food while on duty. And he's asking for a second chance and blah 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 blah. And so yeah.
That guy's innocent.
Yeah, so that's the that's my first.
He's just trying to make his money.
He's just trying to make his money.
He's just trying to make his money.
But man, he put himself in a worse situation trying to do a little too much. You know, that's like stealing time. You know, you delivering food in company time. So
I ain't never heard of shit like that, but okay.
Oh yeah, we got that in radio. Like in radio, we used to have that. Like if you clocking hours that you're not really even working, that's called stealing time. And so stealing time. So he can't do that.
Yeah, but hey, you ever had someone say, they gonna deliver some food?
Man, you know what probably happened? Somebody ordered something at the office and he
showed up like,
oh, hey, I got your food for you, huh?
Hey, man, what you doing? Hey, man, I saw the delivery guy downstairs, but I was going, wait, what are you, something ain't right.
Is right here on the.
Hey, man, you ordered Thai, right? Like, what are you doing, man? Get your stupid ass out of here, man.
My second story comes from San Antonio, Texas, right down the street. So the Trump wax figure had to be moved because people kept punching it in the face.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, at the Louis Tassard's Wax Works in San Antonio. Had deep scratches after repeated attacks by visitors. They said they had to remove the display because customers just kept punching and scratching it. The people are really upset with Trump. They're just like, you know what? I can't hit him for real, but
you know, we haven't heard anything from Donald Trump.
Well, you know, he's been banned from social media too. So
Oh, that's right.
They took his voice away. I'm glad.
That dude there, man.
That's funny. Shout out to San Antonio. Y'all some real ones for that one.
Yeah, they had to because.
Oh my gosh! I mean, hey, it gets up on. I'm tired of y'all messing this stuff up, man. Every time you walk by, do a Donald Trump. Should do a drinking game with it.
Okay, so for my last story, shout out to Quavo.
Oh man,
he is a fool for what he did. So as we all know, him and Saweetie broke up. Yep. And you know, a while back he gave her a Bentley. So since they broke up, Quavo sent a repo man to Saweetie's house.
Go
and
move.
Bentley back.
Go move. I swear to go.
The Bentley cost $350,000. So
hey, we gotta get that back. That's a go move. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't
Hot girl summer, huh?
Ain't nothing wrong with that at all, bro. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
It was a Bentley convertible. Bentley convertible. Yeah.
Ain't no hot girl summer.
Oh yeah, breaking up. It's over. It's over.
Man.
I wouldn't personally bring it. I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't take it back. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, I would. That's $350,000. Hell yeah, I need that. I need that.
I need it.
You got to just come up off me and be like, yeah, I still got my Bentley. No.
But did he really do that? Because I saw that and I was looking. I'm like, oh, he didn't really do that. I didn't think that was for real.
Man,
I don't know. It's not. That's the word on the street. That's the word on the street.
Word on the street. Word on the street. You're a suspect.
Right, man. I keep hearing different things about you know why they broke up. Some are like he said that her friend said that he was that she treated him like an undervalued or something. He didn't. I don't know. It was a lot of.
He said
valued or something.
Yeah, he said you're not the woman I thought you were. Because she released. I guess she revealed her single status. and that they had broken up, and I guess they got into like this Twitter thing, and they've been airing out their laundry on Twitter because they was together for 2 years. And he was like, I know you want to make this into a show, so I'll play my part just this one time. Is what I don't normally put my business out there, especially my personal life. I feel the need to address this, so there are no false narratives. I had loved you and disappointed you did all that. You're not the woman I thought you were. I wish you nothing but the best. And then give me my call back.
And then she responded back with, "Take care."
Man.
Yeah.
Like I heard, like she wanted him to be a part of a threesome with another guy or something like that, and I'm like, wow, all these rumors. I'm like, dude, it's
No. See, I only people that have been in relationships a lot longer would understand her response. Her response wasn't to say, okay, we're gonna have a threesome with another guy. That was basically saying, okay, you want a threesome? All right, we're gonna get another guy. You understand what I'm saying? That's what that was. It wasn't like, yeah, we finna have a threesome with another guy. No, it was like, oh, you want a threesome? We're gonna bring another guy. That's she probably never gonna do no shit like, I don't know, personally, I don't know. But like I say, I know that response.
We here at the Just Acting Up show. We only hear these rumors. We don't know if these are true or not, ladies and gentlemen.
But I know that's a classic woman. I swear that's a classic woman response. Now you get some women that's with it. All right, yeah, that's what's up. But then what she said, I know that response. That's a wifey response. That's a wife and them there like kid. And they pay bills and then you want a what?
He said what?
Girl, you can have that, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, sure. We can bring another guy. Oh man, never mind. Fuck it.
I think I left my keys over there, man. Let me catch that call back.
Oh my gosh, man, this is too much, man. This pandemic, bro. Like, I just don't like people. I don't know, man. People going crazy, man. So, this is the segment of the show where we talk about mental health, and we stress it and we share our thoughts on it. We find articles that are inspiring. Of course, it is talking about mental health, so there's some tear-jerking moments. There are some deep, dark, and scary moments. But we talk about this to where is that you don't have to be a victim of your mental health. And shout out to everybody who are dealing with these symptoms, or dealing with anything that can hold them back from going about their day. So we, hearts and prayers go out to you. So this one article we came across, I can't really remember who actually found this, but shout outs to both of you, whoever is the ones who found it. And let's see. So this article, I found it when you guys sent the video to me. I found it, researched, I found it. This is on on the People website. A man who survived suicide jump from Golden Gate Bridge shares his story to help others. The moment I hit free fall was an instant regret. Is pretty much what he's saying. And let me see his name. I think I mentioned his name. Yeah, Kevin Hines. He jumped from the Golden Gate Bridge. He was 34 at the time in September of 2000. And when he jumped, he suffers from bipolar disorder and pretty much depression, but he pretty much takes a combination of therapy, medication, exercise, and other means to keep himself going. And of course, like I said, he jumped from the Golden Gate Bridge and he survived. And right instantly, he said when he jumped from the bridge, he said he regretted it. And right when because pretty much jumping from that height up from the Golden Gate Bridge and smacking into that water, it's pretty much you're hitting concrete, even though it's water.
Yeah.
I know everybody knows. You see the movies and people jump from these high buildings. These people stunts. They have things to protect themselves or to slow their momentum down. I don't know what all they use, but that's a scary situation. And he said right when he hit that water, boom, he was, that's it's just God that came in. And they said doing research, only a total of 25 people have survived from it, but that was back in 2000 when it happened. I don't know how many has probably attempted or jumped from it and survived now, but he broke three vertebrae when his body hit the water. He came afloat, and but what was helping him get to a certain spot to where if somebody came and helped him out, a sea lion actually helped him and pushed him, was helping him push him, and that so shout out to Sea Lion, but it was just a crazy story. And the motivational part behind it is when he actually, checked himself into the psychiatric center. When it happened, he was saying, "God, this can't be it. God, I don't want to die." He heard so many voices on his way to make that jump. And he was just sitting on the bus, and he was saying he told himself that if anybody would have came up to him and just said, "Hey, how you doing?" Because he said it looked like he was going through some things. I know we all afraid, and when we on the bus or whatever, we let people go on about their way. But if somebody would just say something to the guy, or just like say, "Hey, how you doing?" or "What's your day?" he probably would have talked himself out of it. But voices were so strong in his head. You never know what's going on through the thoughts of somebody in their head or what's going on. But he was just going through it, and he heard so many voices. But right when he jumped off, though all those little voices, all those many voices became one, and that one voice was his. And he was saying, "Why did I do this? God, please save me. God, this." Not everybody gets lucky with that. And he checked himself into the psychiatric center, healed up, and while he's healing up, his wife that he has now, he met her through the psychiatric center. She was visiting somebody, one of her family members that was in the psychiatric center as well. And she has a big heart, and so she plays a big pivotal role in helping him with what he goes through, and of course with dieting and exercising and with taking his medication and doing everything else to help himself out. It still is a battle, and it's inspiring because when he was there, a priest came through and spoke to him and said, "You should share your story because it can really help some people out." And that's what he does now, and that's what he has been doing. And I just thought that was really inspirational. So hats off to you, gentlemen. Thank you for sharing that, for sending it in the messenger, so we can able to share that story to help others out that are going through something. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Purpose, man. You never know what your purpose is, man. We here
yeah,
for a reason. So, it's good that, now by him going through that, now he has a purpose in sharing that story with others that may help somebody else that may be going down that same path,
mm,
you
Mhm.
know. So that test became a testimony.
mhm,
He's walking in it now. So yeah.
The one thing that I got from out of that, was a lot of things, but the
mm,
one thing that I got from it was when he was just looking for someone to say something to him.
yeah,
And the crazy part is he had a father. He had a father, and he couldn't come to his father with his problems. And he just told his father when he left, "Hey, I love you." And then he went on and he went on the bus and he was looking for someone. Now, some people will say, well, why he didn't go to his father? Some of the problems that you have with yourself that you battling, you don't feel comfortable, even though that your father, your mother, you don't want to come to them with it.
mm,
It's just one of those things. I can't explain it. I was talking to someone the other day. I can't explain it, but you feel so comfortable in confiding with someone that is not your relative, you
mm,
know. And um, we as a community needs to talk to someone because we may not be comfortable coming to a friend of the family or a cousin or a sister or a brother or even your mom and your dad. It's okay to go talk to someone, and when you do get that change or that spark that you need to make adjustments for yourself so you can feel better for yourself, that other person that in your life, you can't get mad. Like you like, I could have told you that, man. Like, oh man, you could have came to me. No, just be thankful that they went out and they got help. You understand what I'm saying? I mean,
mhm,
his father didn't probably feel no type of way that he was out looking for someone to talk to. you know, because if he would have talked to someone on the bus, they would have talked him down, and he wouldn't have done it. I'm pretty sure his father wouldn't have been mad. Oh man, you could have came and talked to me. Oh, this and that and the third. No.
Yeah.
This person saved my son. Whoever he was, his purpose was to ride that bus the same time with my son and to talk to him. That was his purpose. Same thing with a counselor. Same thing with someone that you feel comfortable with going with your problems. That person is there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, so use it. You know, if you don't feel comfortable talking with any of your relatives or family, you know, it's okay to go outside to get that much needed help.
Yeah. It was I don't know if I shared this. Y'all can stop me if I did share if this story started to sound familiar. When I was a security guard at MD Anderson, and I would have to sit at this post, and right next it would be like a door, slide through door or whatever. Automatic doors that people can just walk in off of the Metro rail. And when you ride Metro bus, you're gonna meet some people. So they will always tell us if somebody that doesn't belong in there, that doesn't have a badge, not a student or whatever, a doctor, whatever, tell them that they have to leave. You know, and so this is where your words and what you say really come into play. So this guy comes in and he just asked me, "Hey, can I use the restroom?" He looked like something was wrong with him. You can tell sometimes, you know, you can kind of tell. Like I'm like, "Yeah, man, just you know, as long as you come." And I told him, I said, "Yeah, man, long as you come back here and head on out, you go in, use the restroom, and come back out, you're completely fine. If not, then you know I got to come in there, come get you, or somebody else will come get you. And you know, you want to just go ahead and just follow the rules. If you can do that, we good, man. You cool. Use the restroom, and we all right. So all right, thank you." He went off. He went to go use the restroom. We come back. The building getting ready to shut down, and he was just talking to me. And I kind of way he talking, I kind of could feel what's going on. And so he was having like the worst day ever. And so he was like talking, and I was like, "Hey man, I just told him something. I just made up something. I don't know if this is true or not, but I said, hey man, you know Michael Jordan never really wanted to play basketball, right?" He's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. And look how amazing he did. Now look at you. You might not want to really do something like that, but you can probably become just as amazing and big as you know. You can become. You can do whatever you want to do, man. Just keep going for it." This man didn't want to play basketball first, but he got into it. Look where he's at now, and he just—it's like his mind blown. He's like, "Dude, I felt like that," and like he's like, "Man, I struggle with bipolar disorder, and I just wasn't feeling right, but you just saying that did a lot for me." And he went on about his way. But just by saying that, man, just helped the man out. So um, yeah, that's one of my little stories I just wanted to share with y'all. But
Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
Good.
Amazing, great show. Thank you for all you tuning in. For shout out to Ursula for joining us today. So thank you,
Shout out to
love.
Ursula. Y'all be sure to follow her on social media. She's doing big things, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is.
But follow us, like us, follow us, like us. On Instagram, Facebook, subscribe. Yep.
Right.
YouTube, all that good stuff.
Just acting up show. You gonna see this picture right here. These three gentlemen right here doing big things right here. So y'all follow that right there.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, and like. Hit that bell button at the bottom.
You know, if you like it that much, share it too. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend
too.
to tell a kin. You feel me?
Yeah.
There you go. They said sharing is caring, you know.
Oh yeah.
Share that thing. Share that thing. Y'all be safe out there. Watch yourself. Protect yourself at all times. And hey, like I said, you won't spend your money on crab legs, shrimp, and crawfish. That's on you. You know, we trying to do some business moves out here. We trying to.
I'm already seen a whole bunch of new rims.
I have never seen so many paper tags in my life. There's paper tags everywhere. Paper tags everywhere on each car. Like 5 or 6 cars I see a day. Paper tags.
Oh my gosh, man.
They say they ready.
They ready, boy.
Yeah.
But hey, Moneybag Joe said that enjoy your money. That's what he said. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Go on, keep the party going, Joe.
And we intend to do that.
All right, y'all. I'm out.